we'll cross now to our correspondent, Benedicte Paviot in London. Hi, Benedicte. So can you tell us more about these sanctions and how did the Foreign Secretary justify them?
It seems that this has been brewing for a while, but the sanctions are immediate. So effectively, the UK has sanctioned, effective immediately, two far-right Israeli ministers over their, quote, repeated incitements of violence against Palestinian civilians in the occupied West Bank. Now, among the measures announced by the Foreign Secretary, David Lammy, Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir and Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich are now both banned from entering the UK, and they will have any assets here in the United Kingdom frozen. And as you underlined, it's part of a joint move with Australia, Canada, New Zealand and Norway. And that was announced late yesterday evening. So David Lammy said Mr. Smotrich and Mr. Ben-Gvir were, quote, inciting extremist violence and serious abuses of Palestinian human rights. And after the announcement, he said, quote, these actions are not acceptable. This is why we have taken action now to hold those responsible to account. And as for the Foreign Office, it said this: as Palestinian communities in the West Bank continue to suffer from severe acts of violence by extremist Israeli settlers, which also undermine a future Palestinian state, the UK has joined Australia, Canada, New Zealand and Norway in stepping up the international response. Also, the five nations, quote, are clear that the rising violence and intimidation, they say, by Israeli settlers against Palestinian communities in the West Bank must stop. Again, in this joint statement that is very strong and very clear, they, quote, say, we will strive to achieve an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, the immediate release also of the remaining hostages by Hamas, which can have no future role in the governance of Gaza, and we will try for a surge in aid and a path to a two-state solution. So very clear, very strong, very united.
Benedict, why now? I mean, violence against Palestinians in the West Bank is not new. Accusations of inciting hatred against these two ministers, one of whom was convicted in Israel in the 2000s, certainly not new as well. So why this move at this precise moment?
Truth is, why at this precise moment? Well, truth is actually that this has been brewing for a while. The possibility of sanctioning these two ministers has been considered, it seems here, for weeks, months, and if we look at it even more carefully, maybe even longer. Why? Because last October, now Lord Cameron, of course, a former Prime Minister, David Cameron, said that he had planned, the operational weather is planned to sanction Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich when he was Foreign Secretary from 2023 to 2024 as a way of putting pressure on Israel. There's also been increasing parliamentary pressure, growing popular pressure. So it seems that all came to a head, hence the announcements and effective immediately those sanctions.
Benedicte Paviot, our correspondent in London, thank you very much.